Now let me go across to former Chief Minister of Delhi and Leader of Opposition in the current Vidhan Sabha. Atishi is joining us, Senior Leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. Atishi, thank you for speaking to us. I just had Minister Ashish Sood and I spoke to him about this case on Saurabh Bhardwaj. I tried to ask him about, how this case precedes his tenure and how is he responsible, to which he said the matter is sub judice. Let me ask you this, Atishi. If the investigation is on, why cry foul about an investigation? You are always proponents of, if there is a doubt, let the investigation be, done into any kind of allegation. Why is the Aam Aadmi Party crying foul at this moment?
Ankit, this probably has to be one of the most unique investigations in the history of all agencies in the country. Let alone the fact that ED has a remarkably low conviction record, let alone the fact that ED files cases only against opposition leaders. I'm not even going into that. But for the first time in the history of any agency, you are investigating a minister for a matter that happened before his tenure. So now what are they going to do next? Are they going to investigate Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah for the 2G scam that happened in the Congress tenure? Are they going to investigate them for the coal scam that happened in the Congress tenure? Is Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta going to be investigated for the CNG fitness scam and the Commonwealth Games scam that happened a decade before she came into power? This is absolutely bizarre, Ankit. I don't think if you were to pick up the history of any investigating agency in this country, you would ever find the case where someone is being investigated on a matter before their tenure even started.
By that logic, Atishi, then are you saying that Mr. Satyendra Jain should be investigated, and if that happens, then the Enforcement Directorate should not be questioned, then it won't be politically motivated? Atishi, can you hear me?
Sound has...
Okay, I think we'll just try and fix that line with Atishi on this story. Very important what is happening, two sides of both the story, and that is exactly what we endeavor here on NDTV to get you, ask sharp questions, get you both sides for you to make your own view about what is going on. Remember, this is an important case, and like Atishi was pointing out, it happened, at least the complaint that was made was for the tenure in 2018-19, and which at that point of time, Satyendra Jain was the Health Minister of Delhi. And both Saurabh Bhardwaj and Satyendra Jain have been named in this case. Saurabh Bhardwaj took over the government in the second term, or rather the third term of the Aam Aadmi Party in 2023. This case, the allegation is of the hospitals which started their construction in 2018 and 19, and then of course they have missed multiple timelines. Only two people have been named in the FIR, the former Health Minister Satyendra Jain and the former Health Minister Saurabh Bhardwaj. Raids are being conducted as far as Saurabh Bhardwaj is concerned in this case. What we'll do, we'll take a very quick break at this moment and we'll try and reconnect with Atishi after a short break. So stay tuned with us. We are coming back with much more. All right, I've just been told Atishi is back with us. Atishi, I hope you can hear me now. What I was asking you earlier, because you said that, it's an absurd case that somebody who was not even a minister at that point of time is being asked questions of a cabinet and the minister of a different tenure. Let me ask you then this. If tomorrow in the same case, Mr. Satyendra Jain is raided or questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, will that mean that the Enforcement Directorate is not politically motivated? They are asking the right questions to the right minister?
First of all, Ankit, in this specific case, whatever be the right or the wrong of this case, whatever be the political motivation behind this case, the fact of the matter is that Saurabh Bhardwaj was not minister. And yes, you're right, Satyendra Jain was minister. So even for a prejudiced case, even for a politically motivated case, it is just sheer logic and rationality that you will first question whoever was the minister in charge, number one. Number two, let us look at the track record of the Enforcement Directorate. Satyendra Jain was in jail for 2 years, right? Again, an enforcement directorate matter, again a matter in which trial was still ongoing, a matter in which no conviction happened. And now what are we are seeing? We are seeing that ED had to file a closure report. So what does this mean? It means that ED and other agencies of the government of India are being used to file politically motivated cases. And now you link this with the fact, with the bill that is being brought into the parliament, that if for 6 months you are in jail, then you can be removed from position of minister or chief minister. So on the one hand, you can put people in jail without any evidence, under a law that does not give you bail, and on the other hand, then you will go and say, जी 6 महीने jail में हो गए, अब तो इनको CM की post से हटाना होगा, अब तो इनको मंत्री की post से
The other way to
हटाना
look at it is that agencies, there was an FIR registered, there were questions asked, the agency investigated and later found that there was nothing that they could find against the ministers, and hence the agencies are doing a fair job, aren't they? They have given a closure report, a clean sheet as far as the minister is concerned.
Ankit, I think we should also see that, let us look at in the last 10 years, since 2014, since BJP has come into power, let us look at the number of cases that have gotten registered by the Enforcement Directorate. And let us make a tally as to how many cases are against opposition leaders and how many cases are against leaders who are part of the ruling party across the country. I think a simple statistic like this will make it very clear what the ED is being used for. In this case, however, it's very clear that this raid is basically a distraction tactic. It's a distraction tactic because yesterday, the whole country, the only thing that people were talking about was the Prime Minister's degree. And why is it that a university would not be proud to claim that the Prime Minister of the country, one of the tallest leaders of the world, as per the BJP, was an alumni of our university?
But Atishi, the High Court has given an order on that.
Why
the High
did
Court
they go
has
to
said
court
that is
to say that we don't want to
sacred
show the degree?
relationship between the university and the student. It can't be made a public document. Why, if the High Court is also agreeing with that fact, why is the Aam Aadmi Party making an issue out of that?
But Ankit, does this not surprise you that when Rekha Gupta becomes the Chief Minister of Delhi, Delhi University comes forward with great pride and says we are proud of the fact that an alumni of our university has become the Chief Minister of Delhi. They call her, they felicitate her. They are very proud of the fact that their student has become Chief Minister of Delhi.
Okay.
Then why is it that if their alumnus has become the Prime Minister of the country, why do they want to hide the fact? Why don't they want to put that degree across billboards across the city and the country and say that we are proud of the fact that the Prime Minister has studied in our university? Does this not surprise you?
Okay, we'll leave it there. You are saying it's a diversionary tactic. On the other hand, the BJP says this is just the procedure, the process which is taking place at this moment. If Aam Aadmi Party has nothing to hide, the courts will in fact give them that clean sheet. We'll leave it there at this moment. Atishi, thank you so much.